Hello and welcome to episode 182, and for this video I've come up to Merrington Fishery up in Shropshire. Not been here for a few years, about 3.5 years since I last fished here, and I've been joined by my old mucker Shaun, and I've not fished with this mucker as well for about almost getting on for 3 years.
Yeah.
So those of you who are long-standing viewers of mine, you might recognise Shaun from, well, last time we fished together was the Monument.
It was, yeah. All right.
Last couple of times before that was on your old
Syndicate,
Tuddy Biggie Reservoir, and then you've joined me a couple of times at Chad Lakes.
Yeah.
So for those of you who've been watching me for at least a few years, you'll have seen Shaun before.
I've done a few, yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, we're here at Merrington Fishery. Like I said, not been here for a few years. The place has changed quite a bit since I was here. It's run by a new guy who's
Fish have got bigger as well.
yeah. I think last time I fished here, I think there was 130 here. Now there's about 20 30s and even a 40 here now. So the place has definitely come on in the last few years since I was here. So looking forward to wetting a line. We're still in Shaun's peg, which is 14, and I'm to the left of Shaun, that way, in 15. Been advised to fish on the wind, so that's what we're doing. So yeah, not much else to say at the moment. Let's go fishing. Right guys, so before I do anything, I'm going to pop a bit of bait out into the lake. So leading up to this session, because it's been a few years since I've been here, 3.5 years, I've been watching their Facebook page to see what's the best baiting approach to you know, well, to catch fish obviously. And the one tactic that stands out above all the rest is boilie baiting. All the bigger fish or even heads of fish have been coming out to boilie baiting. So all I've brought with me this session to bait up with is obviously boilies. It's a nice big bucket load. I've got 5 kilos of the Hinders beaten Anna in there. I might not put 5 kilos out, that's just what I've brought with me. And then last night I glugged it up with the new beaten Anna food glug. Normally I do like to glug my boilies up about a week at least before a session, but this food glug only come into the Hinder shop just yesterday, so I was only able to bait up me glug up me boilies from last night, so they haven't even had 24 hours glugging yet, so they're still quite wet and a bit sticky. I say normally before I go to a session I normally like all the glug soaked into the boilies, but yeah, they're still a bit wet and sticky at the moment. But yeah, that's the tactic. Boilies only. I mean, I have got some pellets and a bit of particle in the van if I need to change tactics, but going on what I've seen on Facebook, it's just going to be boilies and more boilies. Right, I'm going to put some of them out into the lake now before I do anything else. Here we go then guys, first cast of this session. Happy with that. Probably landed about 3 foot off the island. Shaun did say to me, don't want to go too close to the island, as in mega close, because there's a bit of a step in front of the island, so he said you want to be off that, so it's sort of done. Oh, good evening, guys. It's that awesome time of fishing now. The barbecue. And how awesome is that? My new bivvy, the Avid HQ dual layer, and the whole back comes off. How mad is that? I'm sat behind my bivvy and I can still see the lake right through. Great bit of kit, to be fair. But yeah, nice little upgrade I'm happy with. Like I say, I had the previous Avid HQ bivvy, and then when they brought out that version, yeah, and it's a lot bigger as well. It's still the one man, but yeah, it's much bigger. But yeah, this is great, being able to sit behind your bivvy, back down, I can still see the lake. How great is that? But yeah, anyway, so back to the fishing. Unfortunately, it's been a bit quiet for us so far, but I've only heard of a couple of fish that's come out around the lake so far. There was a guy to the right of Shaun. He had one quite early into of us being here, and probably about an hour ago the guy who's to my left, he had a 23-pound common. Yeah, but I've not heard a lot of action from across the other side of the lake or anything, so yeah, so I don't think there's anything prolific is happening around the lake at the moment. But anyway, right, me cofters are nearly ready, so I'm going to crack on and enjoy these. Probably be when I'm sitting down to eat them that the rods will probably race off. Right guys, well, I'm going to crack on and concentrate on my barbecue, and hopefully you will see me, old Shaun, in the night with something chunky to show you. I don't mean me belly. Okay then guys, going into the first evening, and Shaun's finally decided to put some bait out.
I just think it might get me a bite. I'm only doing the one rod though, the other rod that's shorter.
Oh, what, are you going to try one with bait, one without bait?
If they do come on to bait, then I'll put both rods on.
Talking of bait, when you're filling up your spawn, let's have a little zoom in and tell the viewers what your mix is.
Wow, it doesn't get much more complicated than it's regular corn straight out of the packet and 10mm TNT boilers from ASBaits, that's it.
Oh, looks a complicated spod mix. Oh.
It's the most difficult one to make, you know.
Was it 10 millers, 12 millers?
10 millers they are. I just didn't want anything, you know, people pummel boilers in here all the time, I just think something different, you know. Maybe it might not work, but it might work.
I've only seen one other person spodding, to be fair. Everyone else has been going with the old boilie approach. Exactly. So
that's why the one rod is going over the bait and see if it works.
That's got to be worth a try. Everyone else seems to be doing boilies and more boilies. Oh, are you boiling a kettle?
Oh, I got the whistle there. Bought a new whistle there.
Is that the new whistle app to tell you when your kettle's ready?
I don't hear it half the time. I'll put one more out just for luck.
I think the old duck was laughing at your spod mix then.
Probably. This has worked for me on here before, so perfect. See how we get on with that. We can always see if it works, can't we?
Aye, indeed.
It's not panic stations yet though.
Not quite.
I'm just going to see if they're going to respond to what's that 4-5 we just put in. Just to see if they respond to a bit of bait. So we'll just go with that and see how it goes. Who knows?
Oh, good morning guys, and unfortunately a quiet night last night for both Sean and I. But today's a new day, so just redoing the rigs. I had to wind in because I had to go and use the on-site facilities. And some of you might be saying, why the hell have you got shades on to do your rigs? And the reason is the sun has only literally just come up behind us. It's still kind of low in the sky behind us, and it is already blue skies and blazing hot at kind of 7 o'clock in the morning. And yeah, because I've got the sun literally right in my eye line, I'm having to do me rigs with me shades on because I'm being absolutely blinded. But yeah, so basically what I've decided I'm going to do is left hand rod is going to stay where I have been fishing because I like that spot kind of tight to the island. And on the right hand rod, in the area that I've been fishing, nothing's really shown in that area, but on the other side of the island, so the right hand side of the island, yesterday a few fish did show and bosh out, so so basically I'm going to go tighter to the right hand side of the island. So basically I'm just going to straddle the island with God, there's about 1 million gnats about. But so yeah, so basically I'm going to straddle the island. So say, yeah, that's the island. I'm going to have a rod there and a rod there. But where the angle of the island is slightly angled out, so I reckon it's probably about 13 wraps. So I'm going to have a test cast first before I do cast out, so just to make sure I get on the money. Right, that's the rigs done and ready to go. Obviously using the beaten Anna, and then before they go out, one of the other new products in the beaten Anna range is the bait spray. Like when I went into Indus to go and get the food glug for the boilies, these weren't even bottled up, so Stephen Indus had to go and bottle some up for me, so I had some for this session. So them muck baits will get a good little spray of that before they go out. Right, just need to wrap up this rod to get it on the money to the island, and we'll get fishing again.
making a bed. 14 rats.
I've got a couple. Good afternoon, guys, and yeah, to say this session is a bit slow would be a bit of an understatement, but we're kind of late afternoon now on into the Saturday, and pretty much nothing has happened. But it's not just us. As far as I'm aware, the bloke to my left who's had one, and someone up in peg 8 or 9 in it who's had two.
And matey next door lost one.
Yeah, but actually landed fish.
3.
Yeah, there's only 3 that we're aware of. We can certainly hear the people across the bank from us because they're being noisy enough, and they're not being noisy about landing fish, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm thinking tactic change. I'm thinking maybe of the pop-ups aren't picking up any fish, so I'm thinking maybe if the fish that are feeding are maybe feeding right on the deck. So in a few hours time when I recast my rods for the going into tonight, I'm thinking about changing onto bottom baits. Well, wafters, which technically is a bottom bait. But yeah, that's the only tactic I can think of changing to. The weather's up and, well, I say the weather's up and down. It's absolutely scorching hot now by day, but last night it was freezing, wasn't it?
Yeah,
So
it was cold.
So yeah, so the weather is up and down day and night, and maybe that's putting the fish off. With this hot weather, I'm sure some of you would comment, why didn't you try zigs? You can't here, zigs are banned. So
Would have been our first caller, wouldn't it?
yeah, so that's out the equation. So yeah, so pop-ups aren't working, so I can only think of, we can't go up, we can only go down. So yeah, so I think I'll switch to something like an IQD rig with a wafter for this evening.
Not much more we can do, is there?
No.
You've got to use a wafter though because it's silty, really
Yeah,
silty. So
yeah.
you've got to use something.
The bottom of this lake bed is well, Sean says silty, but it's not like a silt, like a dirty, mucky silt. It's like the lake bed is basically a really soft sediment lake bed, so it's like a sediment silt, if you know what I mean, not a yucky silt. Yeah. So you do need to fish some like a pop-up or a wafter just to keep your hook bait above that layer of soft sediment, like.
Although mate, he caught on a boilie, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, so that blows that theory.
It's one of them, isn't it? You know what I mean? What'd you do, like?
Maybe he found a little hard spot or something. Yeah, so
I've seen the same video as you where it was all murky.
Yeah, because there is a diving video on this lake, and you see the diver just kind of wafts his hand above the bottom, and the sediment just kind of clouds up, and it's. So yeah, that's where we're at the moment. Not a lot has happened to anyone on the lake really. It's just sort of sat in the shade of this tree at the moment, just trying to keep cool. But
he's hot, isn't it?
Right. Whenever something does happen, guys, I'm sure you'll be the first to see it. Or the second, because we'll be the first to see it.
We'll see it. We'll see it first.
Alright, see you later, guys. Right then, guys, so I'm about to go with the old tactic change, and that's changing to wafters, and the rig is going to change as well. As I said earlier on when I was doing an update with Sean, that I'm going to try something different. So yeah, I'll say the pop-ups haven't worked. It's kind of late afternoon, early evening now, so I'm going to redo the rods now. So let's have a quickie look at the rig. So wafter hook bait, that's still the where are we? So still the Beta Nana, only dumbbell wafter, and like I said, IQ D rig, barbless hook, as you can see, fishery rules, and because I'm no good at tying up the D's, I've incorporated the older Corda D-rig kickers to make the D-rig, and then it's just £15 IQ2 tied them 8 inches long, little sinker in the middle there, and an anti-tangle sleeve which will clip onto the quick change swivel on the lead clip system. That is the new tactic. So I've got 2 of them ready to go. Of course, I'll give them a boost up with the spray, but like I say, yeah, it's been tough going. As far as I'm aware, there's still not a lot happening anywhere on the lake, let alone just us. So right, anyway, let's wind the rods in and get their rigs changed over. But then, that is that tactic change now done and sorted. Both rods are still fishing the same spots, but now on those IQD rigs with the wafters attached. So time to see if the fish are actually grubbing around. I'm not going to put any more bait out. I've put enough out already, I feel. So Sean has just recently recast his rods as well. I'm not sure if he's changed tactics or not, but I know he's just recently redone his rods as well onto fresh baits, but I'm not sure about his rigs. I'm sure he told me, but I can't remember. So yeah, unless any fishy action happens between now and pack up in the morning, that will be the last cast of this session, because I'm packing up pretty early first thing, because I want to get home in time to watch the old French Grand Prix tomorrow. Already watched the qualifying on my tablet today, and watch Lewis Hamilton stick it on pole again. So yeah, so whatever happens now is in the lap of the fishing gods. But yeah, there's still nothing else being caught around the lake since I last spoke to you, so there's nothing we're doing wrong. For whatever reason, the lake just isn't fishing well at the moment. So alright, I know what it is. New gear gremlins. That's why I'm not catching. I'm not going to catch until my next time out, that's what it is. Guys, unfortunately we're coming to the end of our session, and double unfortunately we're coming to the end of it on a blank. No idea why, but it's been a really tough session. I think after we picked our swims, I think the wind done a 180, and Ben did say to us, we really want to be on the wind. Less than halfway into the session, the wind done a 180 and was blowing to the other side of the lake. Ben's just been round and done his rounds and said most people over that side have all had a fish at least. and yeah, that probably goes with what Ben was saying, be on the wind. And yeah, so unfortunately for us, we was on the back of the wind, and yeah, we've blanked because of it. The complex is full, so before anyone comments, why didn't you move? You can't, because the complex is full, so
There's been no spots available.
yeah, so that's just the way it goes, unfortunately. Packing up in about an hour and a bit, so this is pretty much the end of the session now, unfortunately. Been good to fish with you after so long again,
Absolutely,
mate.
Yeah, it's been good.
Unfortunately, it has been a blank,
That's
but
fishing. It happens.
we've had a good social anyway,
Yeah,
haven't we?
yeah, it's been right, yeah.
And I'm going to fish with Shaun again in a fortnight's time.
We are.
At where?
Hartleton Lake.
Hartleton, which is
near me, Herefordshire.
Which is, yeah, Hereford way, somewhere Shaun fishes. Yeah. And you recently had a 38-pound fish out there, didn't you?
Record, yeah, so yeah.
So I am going to fish again. Your kettle's boiling.
I know, yeah, good.
So I am going to fish again myself next weekend. I'm going back on Aspen Lake because I haven't been there for about 6 weeks now. Going to try a different tactic again. And then a fortnight's time, meeting up with Shaun again. I'd say it, Hartleton
Lake.
Hartleton, yeah. in Hereford. So yeah. So that's what's coming up next, guys. So till then, tight lines, wet nets, bendy rods, and I'll see you in a fortnight, mate.
Absolutely, mate. Cheers. Thank you.
Ta-ta.
Ta-ta.